tell you the truth, I was actually crying because I felt completely robbed.
No.
Nasser was very good. Some people think she should have won. Probably the guy that came closest to beat me also. In 1997, I was definitely not at my best. I had the tricep injury going into that contest.
I never really understood how Dorian Yates really won.
Yeah, I thought he should have won easy.
Yeah. Even more impressive at his peak than Dorian Yates?
Yeah.
You put El Sonbaty ahead of Yates as impressive?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's a big statement, Ronnie.
That's what I thought. You wasn't there. You didn't see him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody should have been crowned in this.
Nasser was so outspoken and talked openly about drugs.
Who do you admire the most?
I don't admire anyone.
Who do you admire in life?
Who do you want to beat most?
No, I don't want to be anyone. No. You're...
The biggest robbery the Mr. Olympia has ever seen. The rise, fall, and legacy of Nasser El Sonbaty, the professor. He stood on stage weighing 270 pounds shredded, wide as a house, tight waist, freaky conditioning. In 1997, fans screamed his name, confident he had won. But when the winner was announced, it wasn't Nasser. Nasser was born in Germany in 1965. He is half Egyptian and half Yugoslavian. From a young age, he showed signs of brilliance. Fluent in 7+ languages, studied political science, history, and sociology. His nickname was the Professor. Wasn't just a gimmick. He wore glasses and could debate philosophers as easily as he lifted weights. He entered bodybuilding in the late 80s. First shows didn't go well. In the early 90s, he transformed into a legit pro contender. His family doubted him, but he had this goal, this passion, that he won't give up. By 1994 to 1995, he was pushing size boundaries, massive but still aesthetic. And in 1995 Mr. Olympia, he was able to get a top 3 placement.
Nasser
In 1996, a solid top 5, all leading to the legendary 1997 Mr. Olympia. It wasn't just close, it was clear. Nasser arrived at 1997 Mr. Olympia at his all-time best, weighed in around 265 pounds, fully conditioned, granite hard, tight waist, wide shoulders, insane legs. It was his time to win the Olympia. Dorian Yates, the reigning Mr. Olympia, came in with a torn triceps and torn bicep. He wasn't his old self. It was visible to the crowd, especially from the rear. Conditioning was good, but symmetry was off. Even Dorian later admitted Nasser was very close to him, but he couldn't admit that Nasser beat him. Judges later said Dorian's legacy influenced their decision. He was a reigning champ, and dethroning a reigning champ requires overwhelming dominance. But fans disagreed. Fan chants, "Nasser, Nasser." Everyone said it was politics. Even Nasser himself said it. Like everyone in the bodybuilding scene was shocked. That night in 97, Nasser won the crowd, the media, just not the trophy. Despite the robbery, Nasser stayed consistent, but he wasn't the same. He was in top 6 in Mr. Olympia 6 times, competed in over 50 IFBB shows. He was huge, even off-season, sometimes 300 plus pounds, known for his brutal training, strict diet, and intelligent protocols. But he never returned to the same level. 97 was the peak, the rest was survival. And he kept pushing, but not with the same mentality. That year in 1997, that loss broke him. The era demanded extreme size, and PED usage in the 90s exploded, and he even was disqualified for failing a diuretics test. Nasser often hinted he pushed his body to the edge, began facing health issues, kidney strain, blood pressure, cardiac issues. Everyone said that Nasser was taking high dosages of steroids. He had the mass, but he paid the price. His last competitive show was in 2005. He quietly disappeared from expos, interviews, and the online scene. Rumors circulated about his health. No podcast appearances, no coaching. He simply vanished. For a man once larger than life, the silence was deafening. In 2013, the news broke, and bodybuilding stood still. On March 20, 2013, Nasser passed away in Cairo due to kidney failure, multiple health complications. No one really knows. He died alone, far from the stage, far from the fans. He was on a trip to visit his parents. I think he already knew he was fading away. No IFBB tribute, no Olympia moment of silence. The man who nearly won it all, left with barely a whisper. Though never Mr. Olympia, Nasser is a legend, inspired a generation of mass monsters, remains one of the most athletic big men in history. Modern fans rediscover him through TikTok edits and old Olympia videos, and especially his rude interviews, you may say, that are quite funny to watch. Gen Z be asking, who is this guy with the glasses? That's why they named him the Professor. He was the people's champ, the intelligent freak, the uncrowned king. A lot of people say that Kevin Levrone was the clear uncrowned king, but in my opinion, Nasser is the real one. In the shadows of bodybuilding, a giant once stood. Nasser gave his life to the sport, and while he may have never held the Sandow, he carved his place into history, forever. Rest in peace, Nasser El Sonbaty, the greatest man and the closest one to win it all.
My name is Nasser El Sonbaty. I'm 35 years old and I do live in San Diego, California.
Where are you from?
I think this doesn't matter.
Okay, excellent.
Life as an individual, somebody who inspires you personally.
No.
You don't have any.
Do you have anything to say to someone trying to start out in this bodybuilding, watching you, a fan?
No.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.